Still publishing blog posts that get little to no traffic? I am about to show you how to build an SEO content strategy that actually works in 2025, so you don't waste months creating content nobody ever sees. Here's what's coming up. The must-have elements of an SEO content strategy that actually gets you traffic and leads in 2025. Where to put your energy so you are not stuck cracking out content that Google ignores. And my favorite pro tips that clients pay me for, and the kind of moves that separate winners from everyone else. This is not the procedure that teaches you how to build an SEO content strategy from scratch. For that, click the resources listed below the video. You will find there the process I have used for over 140 businesses worldwide who have benefited from my SEO and content strategy expertise over the past 12 years. This video will show you how to tweak your SEO content strategy to be successful now in 2025. Keywords used to be like puzzle pieces. A few years ago, you could just throw some pieces on the table and boom, you'd rank. But now, in 2025, Google isn't looking at those pieces anymore. It wants the whole puzzle, the whole picture. That means you can't just post random blogs and expect results. Google's AI is ranking content that shows context, connections, and authority. And if you don't have that, your content just sits there invisible. So let's talk about how to put that puzzle together. First, start with intent and business impact. That's the foundation. Step 1. Stop chasing keywords just because they look good on paper. 3,000 monthly searches, low competition. Sounds great, right? But if those searches don't bring in leads or sales, there's a waste of your time. Not to mention, for general questions, AI overviews interfere and answer direct. In 2025, SEO is all about matching search intent. Google's AI is trying to figure out not just what words someone types in, but what they actually want. Do they want basic info? Do they want to learn? Do they want to compare options? Or are they ready to buy? Let me give you an example. Imagine a law firm trying to rank for the keyword, what is probate? Sure, that phrase gets a lot of traffic. But most people searching it are looking for a simple definition or just information. They are not paying clients. Compare that with a phrase like probate lawyer fees or probate lawyer costs. That one gets fewer searches, but everyone who types it in is ready to hire a lawyer. Which one do you think brings business impact? Here's a quick tip. When you research a keyword, don't just look at the numbers. Search it in Google. See what's ranking. If you see services pages, then it's a transactional intent keyword. If you see listicles or guides, it's informational. That's your roadmap for what to create. Spot the quick wins. Now that you've identified the right kind of topics, don't start creating 50 brand new blogs unless you have a brand new site. That's slow and expensive. Instead, go after your quick wins. Open up Google Search Console, look at pages that are already ranking in position 11 to 30. These are your gold mines. Why? Because Google already likes your content enough to put it near page 1. You just need to give it a nudge. Here's a real example. I worked with a probate lawyer client who had an article sitting at position 12 for months. It was good, but not great. Plus 3 other, or more or less the same topic. We merged all 4 articles, added fresh examples, improved the headings for clarity, re-optimized for on-page, and linked to it from 3 other strong pages on their site. Within weeks, that article jumped to position 2. That one blog alone started attracting 1,500 clicks each month and driving dozens of consultation requests every month. So, before you pour hours into brand new content, check what's already working almost well and double down there. Build topical maps and clusters. This is where most small businesses fall behind. They publish random blogs here and there, but Google doesn't reward randomness anymore. In 2025, it's about topical authority. Think of your site like a library. If you have one lonely book about projectors, Google doesn't see you as an expert. But if you have a full shelf, setup guides, troubleshooting tips, comparisons, best projectors by budget, now Google says, okay, this site owns the projector space. Here's a great example. An e commerce client of mine was selling projectors. They only had one blog post targeting Best Projectors 2025. It wasn't ranking. We built out a full topical map, content on how to set up a projector, best projectors under $500, short throw versus long throw projectors, and so on, all interconnected. Within a few months, they weren't just ranking for one keyword, they were ranking for a category. And the best part, once you have topical authority, new content in that ranks faster because Google already trusts you on the subject. Prioritize mid and bottom funnel content. Here's a trap I see all the time. Businesses only create top of the funnel blogs. Stuff like, what is CRM software or what is content marketing? Sure, those bring in traffic if you manage to rank for them. But most of those visitors are window shoppers. What really drives leads and sales in 2025 is mid and bottom funnel content. These are things like comparison guides, alternatives lists, pricing breakdowns, or solution pages. They target people who are already shopping. One of my clients, a SaaS company, has a dozen apps that users of a large customer support platform can utilize to enhance the functionalities of their tech stack. They are now concentrating on creating content for the bottom of the funnel. Even if those have tiny search volume, their revenues have increased by 32% in the last 6 months. Because the people searching weren't just curious, they're ready to make a buying decision. So, to improve ROI quickly, skip the fluff blogs and focus on BOFU content first. That's where the money is. 5. Lean into video content. Here's a shift a lot of businesses are ignoring. Google is pushing video harder than ever, not just on YouTube, but directly in search results. Most search results have at least a video listed, and AI search is pulling data from video transcripts. That means if you are only writing, you are missing opportunities. Repurpose your written content into video. A simple 3-minute video summarizing your blog can show up in Google Search, YouTube search, and even get reused in AI overviews. For example, when you search how to reset Gmail password, you'll see a YouTube video ranking about the blogs, and for others, among the top results. That's no accident. Google knows users want fast, visual answers. So even if you're camera shy, start small. Record explainer clips, demo with products, or even make simple screen recordings. Video plus blog, double the reach. 6. Content modularization. This one's a game changer. Stop thinking of content as long single use articles. Start thinking of it as modular components, like Lego blocks. Each article you create should have reusable blocks, a definition section, a list of examples, a list of steps, a short FAQ, maybe a customer story. Why? Because AI is pulling chunks of content into summaries. Google's AI overviews love clear, structured snippets. If you've got a definition in one block and a quick example in another, you are more likely to get quoted. For example, let's say you write about SEO content strategy. If you have a clear one sentence definition, Google might pull that into a snippet. If you have a mini FAQ at the bottom, it might get pulled into a people also ask box. So don't just write walls of text. Break your content into pieces that can stand on their own and still deliver value. 7. Entity and semantic SEO. This is where the future of SEO really lives. Google doesn't just want keywords, it wants to understand entities and how they connect. Think of entities as the people, places, things, or concepts your content is about. Semantic SEO makes sure Google knows exactly which ones you mean. For example, if you write about Apple, is it the fruit or is the company? Without context, Google might guess wrong. But if your article also mentions iPhones, Tim Cook, and tech conferences, Google knows for sure you mean Apple, the company. Structured data, schema markup, and smart internal linking make that crystal clear. I've seen websites with fewer backlinks outrank bigger competitors simply because their entities were better defined. And now, with AI overviews relying on entity relationships, this is no longer optional. It's the difference between being visible or invisible. To find out more about how entity SEO works, click on the resources listed below. Pro tips. Now, let's finish with some quick but powerful optimization tips. The little moves that make a big difference. First, optimize what you already have. Before chasing new keywords, go back to old posts. Improve headlines, strengthen meta description, add internal links, and cover related queries you are already ranking for. These updates can push a post from page 2 to page 1 faster than creating something new. I have encountered countless situations when my clients had created 100 or 200 local libraries along the time, but they never optimized them for the correct keywords or never looked at the articles created 2, 4, or even 5 years ago. Second, prioritize your money pages. Your service pages, product pages, and homepage are your conversion drivers. Keep them updated with fresh testimonials, case studies, and FAQs, and link to them from across your site so Google sees them as your most important pages. Third, optimize while you write. Don't treat SEO like an afterthought. Plan your structure with H2s and H3s. Use people also ask questions for subtopics and write short, clear answers that can win snippets. Don't write your articles and then start to optimize. And finally, refresh old content regularly. Set up a 6 to 12 months refresh cycle. Update stats, examples, screenshots, and expand with articles. If you see a competitor outranking you, check what they've added. Then go one step further. Google loves fresh, complete content. So now you know what works in SEO content strategy in 2025. But here's the catch. You can't move forward unless you know where you stand today. That's why your next step is a content audit. An audit shows which pages are driving results and which ones are dead weight, holding your site back. Without it, you'll waste time optimizing the wrong stuff. I've got a full walkthrough on how to run a content audit step by step. I'll show you how to find quick wins, spot underperformance, and build a bulletproof SEO content strategy. So click right here to watch that video. That's your next move if you want everything we covered today to actually bring in traffic, leads, and customers.